Set my no, that doesn't happen for this guy.
I had one good trade like that. I did the GME hold there was a bunch of us when I was in another trading forum and we held forever. Did really well.
That's awesome. I want a piece of
And
that. That was so cool when that happened. The big friggin' squeeze, the WSB squeeze event on that thing.
It was a big. There was like 20 of us that had a little thing going, kind of like this, and we did it. We held it, and that's why I don't ever really. If I have too horrible of a day, I don't really shit myself too much because we had that one really good day that I've lost like 80% of it, but it doesn't really affect me. You know what I mean? And, let me tell you, paying tax on that though was a bitch.
Right? You're like, well, this sucks. All right, out of keys.
PTPI completely stacked on me. On the bids.
All right, mid range, choppy, rangy. It's got to do something before we can do something.
To take off here.
Plug gapped, but in a selling range. But we have a very aggressive ladder to the top side on plug.
To the open. I bought 100 shares of this PTPI. If I lose them all, I'm gonna be down $300.
All right, guys, good luck.
PFE is opening under S4, and it looks like it's near looks like a cliff it wants to fall off of.
At earnings.
Oh, well, that was a big sell before the open.
What's gonna happen here? We're gonna dump or we're gonna launch?
Ding ding.
We're not doing anything. I'm out. That's it, I'm out.
QCOM.
Plug has such an aggressive topside ladder. I'd be very surprised if it didn't just run at the
Oxy
open.
just fired. The bot should announce it in a second.
Okay, that explains it. Plug's ladder is aggressively strong, but it's in a horrible range for a long.
Odd. Or I jumped in on that call out you did there. Thank you, Thor.
Um,
I did your plug.
no, did you long it into the strong ass ladder?
Yeah.
Ugh, I should have done that.
I should have stayed in, but I was just like, I'm entering late already.
I love me and hate me sometimes. I mean, I don't have a play from there, and I wish I did. But it was just so obvious. Like if I at times, like if I was just tape reading, you know what I mean? I'd have some crazy plays like that. But ugh, that's awesome.
Oh, okay. So, did it make a lot of money? On $10 risk, I made 6R. So I didn't make a ton of money, but I should have stayed in. Damn it!
Still in it.
You're still in it,
Miles is still in it.
Miles. Man, you're killing it. Me and you are often entering in on the same stuff lately.
Yeah, noticed that.
And you're just holding it, and I'm getting out, and now I'm getting upset. It's the same story every time. I'm like, I'm in it. Oh, fuck, I've already exited.
What the hell?
It's like the story every day. The ladder was still stacked. It's not so stacked anymore. It's even now, but I got out just because I was like, okay, I don't want to get greedy here.
Tesla's got a huge ask at 850. Like 50,000 shares of Tesla.
I wish there was some service that would just read the total bids versus the total asks and be able to, get a weighted average of it, and that'd be an awesome indicator. I've lost plug. Where'd it go? Oh, there.
Man, I'm just sitting here waiting for something to get to an edge here so I can look at trading it, and you guys are already blown up plug. I'm glad I had my little Q's trade just to bring me some comfort.
Yeah, well, blowing it up. It was a 6-hour trade, but it's $60 here. Once I get the R up, it'd be a very nice trade. But until then, it's 6R. Okay, I had a new alert that I'm using go off. What was it? CCL. CCL did a small move. Oxy fired. That was the other alert that fired. LCID.
Plug's ladder still looking fairly strong. I mean, it looks like it's going to try and break out. Kind of stalling a bit.
Orders on the downside now.
Some orders coming in lower.
Yeah. TBLT had a little run. Done. TE fired. With TE.
That was quite a gap and run all the way to VWAP on the daily on plug. See if we get any profit taking.
How did you see plug? You were just going through it?
Someone in the chat room called out that plug had it was on the gappers, I think, or something like that. And then someone in the chat room said they were that the ladder looked. They called it out to me and they said, "Hey, plug looks like it's." They said plug's ladder looks really strong or something in the chat room. So I flipped over and I was like, "Oh, look at that thing."
How do you do both? I can't read. I too much information. I can't do it.
Yeah, the thing would be is if we could get a ladder reader, that would be amazing. Look at that level 2 just kind of lit up again on plug to the top side. When it came back to R4, someone bought the shit out of it.
I just entered it again, and I'm getting it out at 21.23. It takes away all my money.
Baby. I'm short AMD at R3.
$21.27. Keep pushing. $21.50. Can't get through here. I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. That was great. Oh, Baba just alerted. Yeah. It's a quad touch on 21.20. Oh. Piss off.
Partial AMD at the daily level.
I took a partial unplug because I feel like if it was going to go, it probably would have by now. If it comes back to the open, I'll just get out. I've got to stop.
You are picking up bid. We are picking up bid at 21. So, but I don't know. It might just be stalling here while the rest of the market sells off for a bit.
The lower bids are all stacks of 40, 40, 40, 46. You got lower bids down there, but I missed that pop that happened. I just saw the quad touch and I was just like, it's not going to break here. And then it broke. LI just signaled. Push, we're gonna push now.
I went right to R3. AMD has a decent downside ladder for me now too. All right, I might be good to go. Plug still running that topside ladder.
Yeah, I have an exit at 2173.
It's trying.
Got a big push through 2150. Can't get
The
through
thing
that.
is for plug, I would, before I would really want to do a reversal, I'd also want to see a climactic volume event. Since we know we're kind of breaking up on news, I'd like to really run into a hard seller. So maybe that's 2150's got a decent amount of orders, but 22 has a lot of orders. So if we break up, I feel like 22 could be possible unless something else. Ooh, holy shit. There we go. Come on, AMD. Let's go, baby. Go lower, go lower.
Ladder's building. Shit. Pull back. Picked up 2 additional trades on plug, both almost break even. I'm still sitting around $58.
There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. A little off there, AMD. AMD's ladder is totally bearish now.
There you go.
Partial
Alright,
AMD, PDC.
I just got out. You know, these stacked ladders, I think, is the real key here. That's the good shit. Hey, Sue. Good, Joe? Okay, see you later. It's all good. Thanks.
I'm gonna watch plug to see if it sets up under R4 now for a short.
Look at that AMD. Are you still in AMD? Ladder's
Yeah, I'm
gone.
still on AMD.
See, maybe I think I should actually take half the position off, like when in front of a large order, instead of taking it all off. Because that way I secure profits, but it dropped another half from what I entered. So I could have let it run.
I went short on AMD at R3
Me too.
and then got all out at opening price. Boy, do I regret that now.
Ah, How
It
dare
was
you?
female driven. I tried to short it earlier at R3. It
I
didn't work.
lost my first trade on AMD as well. I tried shorting into R3, which was stupid. I'll show you my trade.
Yep, I did the
So-
same, and then I wanted
So
to make up
dumb.
what my loss was. So, just bad decisions.
This is my plug trade. In and out twice, 3 times. I'll save as. I wish there was a way you can have more than 10 montages.
Right?
The thought for the plug, you'd want it to bounce here and then hold
Look at
under
this.
VWAP. R4.
First was a loser. I went short going into R3 like an idiot, and I took a full loss.
Plug.
And then I re-shorted my stop out level and nailed it the other direction.
I love it when I'm knackered, and I have a fucking awesome trade. Took Rivian long at the Open,
Did you get it?
got 1R, fucked up at R6, and then rolled over and just took it short and off R3, bailed. Thought it was going to go a bit further. Good trades there.
That was my little plug trade. I had really tight stop though. But
That's
I got
3
in.
off me for the day. I'm done.
I got in, then it was break even. Ooh, what is this? Plug? Ooh.
Oh, nice
Plug
Tesla.
building again.
It took me a few goes. The first one, I moved to break even, which I shouldn't have done. Well, I should. My rules say I should do it, but it's just frustrating when it's that extended.
Right?
Because it was a scary point. I thought it was going to tag 850 because there's a shitload of orders up there. Tried again for the break below VWAP. I got stopped out in about 4 seconds, so that was fun. And then got a nice drop.
Yeah, that first one, I like that you followed your rules, but you nailed that first entry at R4. That was gold. You barely got retested on that one, other than in your next 1 minute candle.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Way to stick with it, man. I like that you weren't deterred by the second loss. You got that cut under R4 and drop, boom.
Yeah, and I got in tight as well with the third.
What are you doing? Are you overlaying with and without?
Yeah, just
Mm.
I had.
Yeah, I am.
On all my charts, I just have without, and then on my actual 1 minute, I have both.
Interesting. I
Same.
like that idea.
But do you do different colours for with and without, so it's clear?
Nah, I just did it. I'll show you what I do, and I only have S3 and
So-
S4.
If you look at my good trade that I just put, the dark blues are all team withouts, and the red, blue, and cyan. So red, green, and cyan are team with. So I know exactly which one I'm playing at the moment.
Okay. I might have a play with that, Hamish. That sounds decent.
Although I have actually finally capitulated to his wizardness, and I have gone to team without on the floors after his spy comment yesterday. I was going, all right, that's enough. I believe in them.
Man, Tesla's getting pounded.
Right.
How does plug know I'm still in it? That's the only reason it's screwing around. It's waiting for me to get out, and then it's going to take off. So I'll signal everybody when I get out because
Yeah, let me know when you stop out so I can short this thing.
That's fantastic.
I mean, it's hard to say because the ladder looks kind of balanced right now. I mean, because you're carrying these large orders all the way to 22 on plug easily. However, we've definitely developed downside ladder since it's been shopping here. So we definitely have people who are shorting right now. So the thing we did is we did manage to go through daily VWAP now. So we've hit the average price. So in theory, maybe we get some profit taking here. I mean, imagine if you were smart enough to look at this big candle on plug off of $15 like a week or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
How many Congress people do you think bought shares
Yeah.
on the 15th?
You see, Pelosi had her first loss, or first big loss that she's reported.
Yeah, she had her first big loss, probably because people are paying attention. They're like, "Ooh, let's lose some money so that we can say that we don't really." But well, you made like how many millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Oh, you lost $100,000. Aw, that's horrible. How horrible. I'm really thinking about shorting plug. Miles, have you stopped out yet?
I'm letting it come back to my entry.
Son of a bitch. Where's
And it
your
hasn't.
entry so I know where to short?
Yeah, because that's when it'll. Well, the problem is
As soon as it goes through you, it's just gonna rip. So I just need to know where you are so I know where to short at.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, brother.
28.24 and one partial. So that's why I'm just letting it go. I got my partial.
24 below pure pre-market high. Oh, so far away. All right, I'll have to let it stop you out, then back test. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever.
Oh no, 28. I can't see $20.
I know what you meant. I assume the 24 part was accurate, and if you were in at 28.24, I'm really hoping it's a short, not a long. Because if you're short from 28.24, you went short like back in like April. It was a very good decision.
Yeah, my new superhero name is Bag Holder.
That's awesome. Dun 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 dun. Bag holder.
You have to put the word captain.
Captain Bag Holder.
No. But he's joined by his wife, Mrs. Bagholder, and she's got a very nice party bag.
No, it's Captain and T. Captain Bag Holder and T Bag Holder.
Yeah. See,
Teabag.
teabagging is just like, yeah, no.
And you're welcome.
Pictures come to my mind at that point.
Everybody likes. Wait, I mean, with English, being here, everyone likes a good teabagging. You know what I mean?
No. Go and watch
No?
Grimsby.
I think
Don't
that's
watch
the
Grimsby.
translation, mate.
All I've got
No,
to
no.
say to you.
They like to use one of those little ball things, the steeping. No?
I've tried those, but they go absolutely everywhere. I've got a special kettle actually, which has got so you put the tea into a
Maybe
little
not-
basket,
not
and
doing
then
us
it
any
cooks it
favours
down,
there.
and it brews it for exactly how long you want it and what temperature you want it, depending on it's white tea, green tea, black tea, oolong tea.
Miles, you should be out by now, right?
No, Miles is probably added in.
No, I'm just letting it run.
That ladder built up a little bit better to the top side now.
I got back in, and then it dropped on me while I got that phone call, and I just let it go to just above break even now.
Hugh's got a pretty decent bounce off S3 there as well, so it might
It's got built ladder, but I just don't trust it.
Yeah, I mean, Miles said it earlier. There is a part of me that just kind of feels like sometimes if something's going to go, it's going to go. You know what I mean? So the fact that it hasn't gone now, if nothing else, just shows that the motivation to buy it at this level has significantly decreased, or else it would still be going. And really, if you look at it, all it really did was just ran out from the inside to the outside, to R4. So we could very well have an R4 breakout here. No doubt about it. The ladder is there. So, but I think running into VWAP on the daily has stalled things out a bit because I think your average participant's price is right here. So you got to think if someone bought it, all the senators and Congress people that bought in back on the 15th all have to sell some of their shares pretty soon. Or else they'll make so much money we'll notice. Honey, put some plug in a long-term portfolio. I'm not saying that we're definitely going to be passing a bill, but I'm saying we've got the majority.
Put a plug in it, dude.
Hudde free fresum clean energy. See if plug makes a new high here through 21. If it doesn't, it'll kind of set an ISO pivot here at $21, which will kind of establish 21 as a value area. We also have an iceberg at 21 that is a little aggressive.
Right,
There's
I'm looking
some
off.
nice on it though.
Have a good day, guys.
See you, mate.
See you later.
Take care. Cheers. man.
Peace out.
Bye.
Enjoy the tea.
Chapter 5 is sent. Thor.
What was that?
Chapter 5 is sent to you.
Oh, nice. You rule, man. Thank you.
Welcome. Take care. Cheers, mate.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, he's still not signed off, so don't say anything.
Mark, have you seen how volatile Ford is today?
You're just pulling his strings.
That was amazing.
Okay,
Plug's compressing pretty
if we're
decent.
doing anything, we should do it here, man.
I love that guy.
We're not doing anything.
All right, yeah. So the iceberg at 21 kind of won that battle for a minute. I'm just watching plug just so that I don't watch AMD. I'm still holding a short on AMD. I don't think I'm going to take any more trades because I got my 1R on Qs and then I lost that R on AMD and then I made the R back in tremendous style.
I stupidly went back in on plug because I'm a junkie.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know
The
about
ladder is
stupid.
so stacked.
The ladder for me still reads freaking aggressive to the top side. So
That's what
I
I'm
think we still
saying.
could back test an R4 breakout. So I think it's a coin flip at best, or at worst, it's a coin flip. But right now, I mean, the only reason it hasn't just ripped, I think, is because the SPY and the Qs have both been selling off. But the Qs just hit S3 and the SPY got just near S3. So I mean, it could be a go.
I would take profit at 21.29. Here we're coming up for another test at 21. If we get past 21, I think we rip.
I mean, the ladder certainly looks like it wants to. If
Yeah.
it didn't have these lingering bids down in the low, like 2041, but they are not nearly as well
There we
put
go.
together as the top side.
That's it. That's all we got. Talk about a
Ooh.
lack of juice.
That was not what you would expect.
No,
All right, so that was not a good response to going through 21. But let's see what it does here. If it can press here and get back through, then we can still go. But that was quite the lackluster event there.
Good, all the way down to 21.50. This is the battle of fear and greed.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick.
Go. Dewey just signaled. 121.50. I'm gonna hit 21.50 and stall out. You still in it, Miles?
Haven't taken the second partial yet.
I've gone in and out like 5 times now, but I'm up 10R now on this. And I have my last take profit at 21.49.
LUMN.
Yeah, 21.49. Still sticking to it.
I just added to a short on PFE. See how it goes.
I can't do multiple trades. It's so hyper focused on one. Plus, then you start looking at the wrong trade and you hit the wrong button and you're all of a sudden out of the wrong trade.
I thought I was looking at the book map on PFE. I was actually looking at AMD because I finally said, well, this is not, wait a minute. This is not right.
What happened?
$90.
I'm out. Right there. I just dropped out again. I'll re-enter if we have to. That thing to 30 EMA. It's 30.15. There's the 30.
Come on, BA, you want 153.
LAB.
Come on.
EOM.
What do you got, BA going?
Oh, I took BA from 157.60.
Nice. Oh, way the hell up there.
Uh-huh.
Central pivot was right near there too, huh?
Yeah. I've got an awesome short.
Back in again.
Fantastic.
Junkie.
There's 1,000. Woohoo!
We'll get there one day.
That's so funny. Junkie.
I'm happy. I'm like, there's 100.
Keep coming. Keep coming. I feel like the guy, Tom Skerritt. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep
Keep-
coming. From Maverick, the first film. Come on, you want 157. 152 is glowing as well. I love that little magnet. It just touched it earlier. Let's see if we get all those stop outs under 153 when we get there.
I'm gonna add into my AMD short here off the open price.
It's fought off 153 several times now. We lose it, it's going to be epic.
And Vax just signaled. Oh, that sucks.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's
Oh, yeah.
open price 154.
Oh my gosh, that was so sweet.
Okay, we got to play the ladder down to 153. Awesome.
What a
That
nice little drop ski.
Wow, that sucks.
There's that lingering order of AMD still at 92.
Invax.
Market's got to go a little bit though.
Yeah.
What's Spy Dog doing today? Yeah. Come on, AMD. There we go. I love you. Keep coming. Keep coming.
He's like, come on.
Come on. Come on.
Look at that thing leak, man. Jeez.
Oh, dude. It was so cool.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
watching everything on it. I don't know why I watched BA. Probably because it had some volume this morning. Flipped over to it. Looked at the L2 and book map and went, okay, I got this. The failure at the 157 leak off.
Neo just triggered.
Yes. Come on, baby. Partial AMD.
Okay, I took a loss on that one. That sucks.
Neo.
Holy, what happened in... Oh, wait, what's going on here? Okay, there we go. Sorry. You know when DAS sometimes takes a second to reflect the charts and for some reason
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one big fat chart, one big fat candle? I'm like, what the hell just happened here?
You know
Oh,
what
wait a minute.
freaks me out is when if you get on the DOS mobile, sometimes you'll load DOS mobile and it shows you on the little display like what your current P&L is, like loss. It doesn't show you like minus the position you're in. So you'll pull it up and at first it goes minus $2,350 and you're like, oh, and then it goes blink down $5. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, oh my God. Like when you first see it, you're like so freaked out and then it recalculates. So now I've just gotten used to it. But every time I log in there and I see that, I'm just like, oh my God.
It does the similar thing if you ever get stuck in a halt. If you've ever been stuck in a halt and you're sitting there going, oh my God, this is the worst case scenario.
Right?
And just because there's no bids on there, there's nothing to the other side. So temporarily, the loss is like mammoth. And then it rebalances and you still take a loss, but it's not anywhere near what I was suggesting. Yeah, my faith in plug was ruined. Miles, are you still in it?
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I said I was holding for break even, so I'm holding for break even.
I'm
Man.
actually a good bit over goal, so I really just going to let it go. There's no way I can lose on it. So
I took half loss there on that one.
Fuse or plug is starting to build a much better downside ladder now than it had before.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
Now I would say we're almost in a balanced state.
That's,
So, but we are picking up downside imbalance, and it's had plenty of time to run the top side. So, it'll be very interesting to see what it decides to do.
I was up 10R and now I'm up 5. I got stubborn.
LABD.
Got responsive traders here trying to push it back up towards VWAP. I don't think they're going to win though.
XPEV. A lot of the cars
Okay.
today.
You're gonna have
XPEV
a,
just signaled. I don't know.
man. That are still building south. Added back in. That's easy. Well, that's interesting. I hate it when targets suddenly show up from out of the blue. Crap. $53.30. There we go. And that was a market order of 9,000 shares jumped in. Where's his target? Decision time.
Ryan D. That's funny. Plugged back to 21. Really all about that iceberg at 21. We've definitely got like a real high value seller here at 21.
New low of day, going for 53. Come on, 53. Red 53. This is going to be epic. It hasn't been able to break that level 52.8 for several days since it got above it. Oh, we got waterfall coming down to S4 if it breaks it.
You're on BA?
Oh, still holding. I took 75% off when we got down in here.
Mm-hmm. That'll work.
And then I watched a little bit of playing around in here, added in. I'm still up about unrealized, about almost $500 now unrealized.
Nice.
Still leaking off and heading towards 153.
I mean, you came off the central pivot, so I mean, you're at S3 now. If you can manage to get under it, I mean, 153 under that, it's probably toast.
Yeah, it's open air, right? If it gets there.
There's not a lot in between that and what it would be like. I mean, because if you look back across the daily, you basically go into a gap.
I know.
On BA, once you drop previous day's low, I mean, you're falling off a cliff.
Yep. Yeah, it was interesting when I looked at it and saw it and went, oh my God, this thing's going to go. Well, it has a chance to go, right? Doesn't mean it's gonna, but it's got a good chance. It's trying to hold here, right?
Yeah,
From
I
the
mean, if
people
they're
who
going to
played it before,
defend, this is where they have to defend.
oh, they have to. The question is, can they?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing volume.
Here comes 21 again. And we're through. Kind of. Maybe. Not really.
All right, back to our iceberg. I'm just watching the iceberg scenario here on Plug because it's just kind of fun. I should be recording my screen right now, which I'm not. God, you see that? Look at it. It went up into 21, tagged that iceberg, and then immediately ran the other direction.
Look at that downside ladder now.
LCID, LCID
if plug distributes here and then loses R4, this thing can sell off and even potentially go all the way back to highs of like, you know, the 8th or something like that. So it'll be really interesting to see how this thing sets up. It went up and it took out that iceberg at 21, which forced it all the way back to R4. So, and now it's trying to press back up again. If the ladder builds into 21 again, maybe we go for it still anyway. But right now, 21 is showing up to be one heck of a value area. So I just don't know if we got what it takes to get through it and get away from it the other direction. But it may try. But I don't know if this thing's just gone balanced now. I mean, it might just be choppy. Pivot bot called Invax as it was coming towards S6. That was a nice bounce.
6, 97, 98, 99.
There we go. It's back to 21 again. Let's see if orders come off the book or if that iceberg's really gone. They're coming up to test it now to see if it's there.
On
There's buying orders.
2101, 2102, 2103. I hear 2104, 2104. Anyone going?
Can I get 2104? Can I get a 2105? Can I get a 25? 20, get a 26? 2106. Can I get 26? Can I get 2107?
Ladder's building long. Okay, I'm back up to my 10R. Whew. I still have my take profit at 2148.
The ladder looks much better now.
Yeah, now it's looking nice.
It's got to get through the highs, but I mean, we're definitely building ladder a little bit to the top side. We've got plenty of downside ladder too. So whatever bears are involved right now are not like they were not scared out by that push. Now we're gonna go back to back under 21.
Dropped out. But I should have stayed in. Fuck. I should have got out earlier. Well, I'm at 7R now.
Not a bad day.
No, well, 7R is still only $10 an hour. It's $70.
Hey, whatever. If you're trading $100, you'd be up $700 right now.
I know.
But you probably wouldn't trade the same, so there you go.
The guys
I actually got to a point to where when I remember when I was trying, like I stayed at like 25 for a long time, and then my stat actually started going down, and I found I had to increase my risk because I was starting to kind of joke around too much with the 25 and started building some bad habits. But I've never had that issue with 100.
I'm trying to hold longer, and the only way I can hold longer without being scared out is by lowering my risk. It teaches me to hold longer without the fear. Yeah, I'm good I got out. Look at that.